You know UPI, right? The Unified Payments Interface? It's pretty much the undisputed champion of digital payments here in India. But here's the thing, it's not even close to being done. In fact, it's about to get a massive two-part upgrade that could totally change how you shop and pay for things online. I know. That sounds a little dramatic, doesn't it? The end of the shopping cart? But the first major innovation we're going to talk about today might just make that little online icon a thing of the past. So first up, let's talk about the problem. I mean, we've all been there, right? You find something you want to buy, you click add to cart, but then the checkout process is just so clunky and annoying that you just close the tab. It's a huge problem called cart abandonment. Just think about how disjointed that whole process is right now. You might be in a chat, maybe on WhatsApp, and you see a cool product. So you click a link which takes you to a website. Then you add it to a cart. And then you get booted over to a payment app. Every single one of those steps is a chance for you to get frustrated and just give up. But what if it wasn't like that? What if it was just one smooth, easy flow? Imagine this. You just ask an AI for a product recommendation. You get it. And you pay instantly with UPI, all without ever leaving the chat. It's a complete game changer. So what's the magic behind all this? Well, the tech that makes this possible is called agentic payments. And that's just a fancy way of saying it's a new system that lets an AI like ChatGPT actually act on your behalf to complete a purchase safely and securely. And listen, this isn't some far-off, futuristic concept we're talking about. It is happening right now. It's a huge collaboration between some big names, RazorPay, NPCI, and OpenAI. In fact, a pilot program is already live with major merchants like Big Basket and VI. So yeah, this is being tested in the real world as we speak. Of course, the first question on everyone's mind is it safe? And the answer is yes. Security was literally built into this thing from the ground up. The system makes sure that all the merchants are verified and legit, and this is the most important part. You have to give your explicit permission for every single transaction. Okay, so let's shift gears and talk about the second giant leap forward. And you'll see how this perfectly builds on that whole seamless experience idea. We've streamlined the shopping, so now let's streamline the security. Forget about PINs and passwords. We're talking about using your face. Come on, we can all relate to this, right? That little 4 or 6-digit number you have to painstakingly type in for every single payment. It seems like a small thing, but it really adds up during the day. Well, guess what? The NPCI has heard our collective groans. And the solution they've come up with is as brilliant as it is simple. Just use the biometric scanner that's already built into your phone. Yeah, that's right. This means you can approve UPI payments with a simple touch of your finger or a quick scan of your face. And when you compare the two side by side, the advantages are just crystal clear. Compared to a PIN, using biometrics is way faster, it's way more intuitive because you don't have to remember anything, and most importantly, it's a whole lot more secure. And that's not just a marketing line, you know? Cybersecurity experts all agree on this. A numeric PIN, that can be stolen. Someone can watch over your shoulder or trick you into giving it up. But your fingerprint, your face, that is much harder for anyone to compromise. So what about your privacy? I mean, where does that biometric data go? Well, there are a bunch of safeguards in place. First, your biometric data never leaves your phone. It's stored locally. Second, you have to give your explicit consent to even turn this feature on. Plus, for extra safety, it won't work on less secure, jailbroken devices, and there are transaction limits too. And let's be super clear about this. This is not a forced change. Nobody is taking your PIN away. This is all about giving you more options. If you're comfortable with your PIN and you want to keep using it, you absolutely can. The power of choice is still in your hands. Okay, so we've covered conversational AI shopping and pinless biometric payments. Let's bring it all together now and talk about what this whole double upgrade really means for you in your day-to-day life. When you boil it all down, it comes to 3 massive improvements. First, a much more integrated and seamless shopping journey, from the moment you discover something to the moment you buy it. Second, payments are just going to be faster and easier without that annoying PIN. And third, you're getting a fundamentally higher level of security to protect your money. And really, this isn't just some small incremental update. These two changes together are a genuine quantum leap. This stuff solidifies India's position not just as a player, but as a real leader at the very forefront of the global digital payment revolution. And all of this leaves us with a pretty fascinating question to think about, doesn't it? If your money is now just a conversation, and your password is your own face,
It really makes you wonder what other fundamental changes are right around the corner.